What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Location and Inventory review for the weekend of March 11th to March 14th, and so let's get started. Now, first things first, Xur is going to be located in the Winding Cove of the EDZ. And let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, in terms of exotics, we have the Fighting Lion, a very interesting primary grenade launcher. And we have the Graviton Forfeit. Unfortunately, guys, what you're seeing here with the extremely low 48 stat, this has been a glitch that has been affecting Xur for quite a while. It looks like it's still here, so potentially in the future, he'll finally have some reasonable rolls again, but for the time being, you really need to decide, do you want an unbelievably low stat roll, like for the first time you're getting something, or do you want to maybe go and try to do a lost sector to get like a 60 plus stat of these exotics? In any event, the Graviton Forfeit is definitely a great exotic if you're making any sort of hunter build, especially with Void 3.0. Syntheseps are S tier for Titans, especially in PvP, but again, stats are so low. And Aeon Soul's really fantastic. Because you can put on the mod that lets you get heavy ammo for finishing enemies like a Grandmaster All-Star. Moving on from there, let's talk about the weapons. Firstly, we do have, a rapid hit multi-kill clip Night Watch. Yeah, this is actually not bad, and that's certainly a wombo combo, letting you reload faster than getting a big damage bonus. This is something to consider picking up, mainly for PvP, actually. For PvE, you really want explosive instead. Then we have a 7th Seraph with Field Prep Elemental Capacitor, and yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. Then we've got a 1-7 here with Firmly Planted Swashbuckler. Firmly Planted definitely gives a huge increase to accuracy, and just being able to like slide into an engagement, it's not terrible. So if you're a pulse rifle fan, maybe if you're a new dad, maybe consider picking that up. Then we have, okay, ooh, this is saucy. And accelerated coils. Okay, this is a very good main ingredient. Like I said, Firmly Planted massively increases that accuracy, and with a fusion rifle specifically, just being able to slide as you're shooting it is going to activate Firmly Planted and just make that cone for your fusion rifle extremely tight. This is actually combined with Tap the Trigger, and guys, this right here, this main ingredient roll is really good. Like, this is, I think, an arguable god roll with, maybe you would want liquid over accelerated, but this is a really good combination here. Tap the Trigger has actually been a little bit nerfed for fusion rifles because it was so darn powerful, but it still affects them. So if you don't have a good main ingredient, absolutely pick this one up. But then we have the Wishbringer here with Slide Shot Autoloading. Not really a fan of that one. Then we have the Shattered Cypher Autoloading Unrelenting. Definitely could be better. Then we actually have a really interesting one, guys. The Swarm. This is actually an old Nightfall weapon. This was last year's Nightfall machine gun. And now it's just available to buy from Xur. And it's pretty decent. Honestly, one for all with this type of weapon is fantastic. Hitting 3 targets, especially with a 60 rounds in a magazine, thanks to extended machine gun, is very easy to do, and so that's a pretty free 35% damage bonus. Killing wind, though, is just not what you want for PvE, so that is unfortunate that that's here, but certainly if you want to pick this up because you never got your hands on the original Swarm, this is definitely on the rarer side of weapons, so consider grabbing it. Moving on from there, the armor is, unfortunately, guys, the same thing applies to the armor. You used to be able to get some pretty saucy rolls here in terms of high stat armor, but hopefully Bungie fixes this sooner rather than later. So basically, you're only going to pick up this armor if you want the Ancient Apocalypse set. Then you're going to, pick it up, delete it, but that's going to unlock the transmog for it so you can have the appearance look like this. The last thing we're going to look at then is the 2 exotic weapons on the back. So we've got a Hawkmoon here, and we've got, extended barrel to increase the range and slightly decrease the handling speed. Then we've got Alloy Magazine, fast to reload when the mag is empty, and we've got Eye of the Storm. And then we've got Polymer Grip for handling. This is pretty good. Eye of the Storm is very underrated, and it is going to massively increase your accuracy when you're in the middle of a gunfight. And you're always going to get damaged, you know, in most gunfights. So it is going to just activate near the last few shots and really help you hit your shots while your opponent, who doesn't have Eye of the Storm, is hopefully missing their shots. So this is something that if you don't have a good Hawkmoon for PvP, this is a consideration. Definitely Eye of the Storm is, again, like better, especially on console. This is actually better than you think. And then with the Dead Man's Tale, well, Fourth time is definitely not bad in PvE, but the Dead Man's really isn't kind of a PvE weapon. It just hasn't risen to any sort of notoriety there. So I would skip this because you're mainly getting it for PvP. In any event, guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.